Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm having an outdoor shoot, like I'm shooting outside. So the sun now. I'm using sunscreen so I'm protected, but this sun, it joke. Very hot, and guess what? The weather is still cold. Everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful to everybody that has been liking my videos, commenting and subscribing. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. I hope that you're enjoying the page. I hope you're enjoying my videos, and thank you. Okay, so today is our first episode on the relationship series, and I'll be talking about something that is quite obvious, something that happens to everybody, and how to deal with it. Kindly note that this one is from a partner point of view, so if it doesn't rhyme with what is happening to you, no problem, it's fine. So, like Burna Boy said, now everybody go chop breakfast. Everybody, it happens to everybody. Let's get right into it. What is heartbreak? Why do people break people's heart? How do they break people's heart, and how to deal with different types of heartbreaks? First of all, I want us to take out that notion of heartbreak can only come from somebody we are romantically entangled with. Anybody can serve you breakfast. Your best friend can serve you breakfast. Your family can serve you breakfast. Anybody can break your heart, because heartbreak is just an intense emotional pain, like emotional pain that comes with detachment from something, the loss of something, the loss of someone. That is just what heartbreak is. But the one that is quite very important to a lot of people, because that is the most common one, is the one that comes with people we are romantically entangled with. And this one, it choke because everybody must taste it. Whether they serve you or you break someone's heart, it must happen to you one way or the other. And sometimes the fact that we are the one that broke up with the person does not mean we will not go through heartbreak too, because there are a lot of causes of breakups, especially romantic relationship. For example, someone that is genotypically challenged like me, you might have just been loving up somebody and one day you realize that you are not compatible. What will you do? You have to move on. But the fact that you are moving on does not mean you are not in pains, does not mean you are not feeling that same heartbreak. And also, even if you fall out of love with somebody, you've built a connection with them over time. And the fact that you fell out with them does not mean you will not still feel that same pain that they will feel when you break up with them. So let's bring it from the nurse's point of view. Don't mind me. Okay, I wanted to talk about heartbreak on causes, prevention, effect, and all of that, but let's just take it one by one. Why do people break each other's hearts? See, sometimes it's intentional, other times it's not intentional, and that's just the truth. Because some of us, when someone shows us one act of kindness, maybe they just do something to us, we start thinking multiple things in our head. Maybe he likes me, maybe he wants to be with me, and at the end of the day, the person does not end up coming around or bringing things of such to the table. My heart's broken. That's when you start hearing, I thought he liked me, so he even had a girlfriend, he even had a fiance, and he was reaching out to me and all of that. There are different types of heartbreaks. So there are some that the person will just ghost on you. Someone that you've been talking to every day, suddenly they don't call you again, they don't pick your calls, they don't reply your messages, they become suddenly busy. And the most expensive fact is that they are busy. They will not even tell you that they are busy. They will not return your calls. They will not even reply your messages of you ranting. You know, some of us, we sabi type epistle where that's when we go and type all the epistle in the world in their DM, and they will not even reply us. They will not even say anything. Yes, it happens. Some people just ghost on you and go, and for life you may never get closure from it. They may never come back to say, this is why I ghosted on you. So you need to learn to deal with things like this. And sometimes this may be mutual. We may just sit down, for example, the genotype thing I talked about, we may just sit down one day and decide that, we're not compatible, we can't be together, and everybody just goes their separate ways. And there is one person that is not doing again. The person is not doing again. The person tells you that I'm not doing again, I'm not interested again, and you'll be begging them, please now, okay, what can I do to make you better? Shit, God. Mumu, then call me Mumu. I don't need sense to love, your love makes me happy, Mumu. That is the song. That is the anthem for some of us. You now start saying, please, okay, what can I do to make things better? What can I do to make you happy? Blah, 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 blah. Please. It's really painful anyways. It's really, really painful. So let's now get into how to manage heartbreak. So this is the most important part of it. That's why I'm coming up close. Let's talk one-on-one. How do you manage an heartbreak? The first thing to do is to acknowledge that the person has left and they have left for good. If you keep believing in one day life will catch up with them, life may never catch up with them, and if you wait until then, you will never heal. So you have to acknowledge that they have gone. They are no longer a part of your life. They may never be a part of your life forever. So you need to learn to move. Then secondly, give yourself time to grieve. Cry, talk to grief. Like I usually, whenever I go through an heartbreak, I would cry like the person has died, and that is just me, because it's pain. It's you have to unleash the tension. You have to let the tension go. You have to feel at peace with yourself. So that is the next step. Take as much time as you need. Some people, they need 24 hours, 1 week, 2 days. Some people, in fact, that day they've moved on to the next person. So it is a subjective thing. Don't work with anybody's timeline. And the wrongest thing to tell anybody that is grieving from an heartbreak is after 1 month you are still crying, after 2 months you are still crying. No, you should not say that to people. You should allow people to grieve on their own timing. Third one is seek help. Talk to people. This is not time to be an hard boy or an hard girl. This is not time to pretend that all is going well with you. Everybody needs one person that they are vulnerable with. Talk to one person, talk to that, let the person know what you are going through. And if you need professional help, please seek it. It's not worth it running mad because somebody dumped you or somebody abandoned you. And in the process of grieving, you have to start looking at the things that they were doing wrongly that would probably not have been good for you. For example, when someone breaks up with me, when I break up with somebody and I want to heal, I start saying, these were their bad sides. Would I have been able to cope with this? Alhamdulillah, that it happened. I'm so grateful it happened. And then I move on from it. But not everybody has that power. Another thing not to do after an heartbreak is to abandon your tasks and abandon the things you're supposed to do, because they're going to be breaking your heart twice. For example, if you're supposed to be preparing for an exam and you are grieving and you prepare for that exam and you fail, for the rest of your life, you're going to remember that you failed that exam because of that person. And that is not one thing you want to do to yourself. This one is even from a personal point of view. It happened to me. I was heartbroken like a week to my professional exams. And who am I to go home and tell Dr. Madamosi that I failed my exam because they broke my heart? Who am I? I can't do that to myself. I can't do that to my family. And one big regret that you would have in future is if you are not able to achieve a goal because they broke your heart, and you go on to see that person smash their own goals and move on with their life. If this happens to you, you will never forgive yourself. And when you are recovering from an heartbreak, please prioritize yourself. If you want to reach out to them, if you want to communicate with them, it's fine. But one thing we should all learn is not everybody will give you closure. Not everybody will tell you why they broke up with you. Not every friend will tell you why they stopped talking to you. So if you continue looking for closure, you may not get it and you may not heal. So please, after an heartbreak, especially the ones without closure, talk to people. If you want to rant to the person that broke your heart, it's fine. See, all those don't send epistle to them, don't shake any, don't do that. I don't believe in it. If you want to send an epistle to them, send it. If that's what makes you feel better, if that's what makes your chest like that, go ahead and do it. Remember that the most important person now is you, and how we should get you back on track. Another good way of managing an heartbreak is from now, you need to learn your coping mechanism. You need to understand yourself. You need to understand how you cope with things. For example, someone like me, when I'm sad, when I'm unhappy, if I get a cup of ice cream or I make something really nice for myself or I go out with my friends, I'll feel much better. So you need to know what works for you. You need to know what works for you. And I want you to always know that regardless of how painful an heartbreak or the loss of an opportunity or someone is, please, it is not worth taking your life for. It is not worth causing an eternal damage to yourself. It is not worth it, because these people would go on to live a normal life. Yes, even someone we love so much, maybe a partner or a spouse, if something happens to them, it doesn't take away our own existence. So we still go on to live normal lives. Except we really love them, it can have a quite an impact on us, but it's not going to stop us from living. It's not going to stop us from doing the things we used to do. So this is one thing you should learn. Not to talk of someone that's already said they don't want to have anything to do with you. Even if they hear something happens to you, I don't think it's going to move them one bit. So before you think of putting yourself in danger because of an heartbreak, please think of yourself, think of your family, think of the people that love you so much. Think of them before you do anything to yourself. I know it's not easy. I know it's very difficult to cope with an heartbreak. I know how it is. I've been there, and I hope never to be at that point again. But if you are there currently now, if somebody is treating you badly, if someone is giving you all the signs, because some people will not break up with you normally, they will just be doing terrible things to you to make sure that you leave. And if you don't leave, you continue to see that shaggy. So you need to do a little bit of thinking. You need to decide for yourself what you want to do, and how you want to cope with it. Like I said, the fact that you are the one that leaves a relationship does not mean you are not going to be heartbroken too. Okay, this is not time to start doing the blame game with yourself. This is not time to start saying terrible things to yourself. This, you can do a little bit of retrospection and introspection to see things you could have done better, because of course we are all human beings and we are not without flaws. You can look inward. Oh, this is what I did wrong. If you cheated on your partner, if you said something that really hurt them that they could not move past and it led to a breakup, you need to learn how to control your emotions subsequently. And always remember, an heartbreak is part of life. You would always get it at different points in time, whether it is the loss of an opportunity, the loss of a loved one, or a romantic relationship. It would always come. So we should always prepare ourselves for these things in life. So how do you prepare yourself in order to mitigate the effect of an heartbreak? First things first, you need to acknowledge that if it's a friend or a romantic partner, you need to know that they are not perfect. They would always make mistakes. They will always do things at certain times that may not go down well with you. And this is the point where you set your own boundaries. You need to know the things that you can live with and the things you can never live with. You need to know the things that are a big deal to you. For example, to some people, cheating on their partner is not a big deal, and even the partner too does not see it as a big deal. If you tell someone their partner is cheating on them, they tell you, no problem, I don't care, as long as it doesn't bring the person home. But to some people, it's grounds for breakup. So you need to set your own boundaries and know the things that mean so much to you, so that when somebody starts manipulating you, when they start doing those things to you, you are able to pick up that I don't think this person wants me in their life. Because when someone says they want you, they want to be friends with you, they want to be romantic partners with you, it means they want you to be happy. And if they constantly do things that make you unhappy, I think you should understand that it's either this person is telling you indirectly to go away from them, or they just would not treat you right. And this brings us to bad relationships. Some of us are in a relationship and friendships that are not doing us any good, that are more of a negative impact in our lives than a positive impact. And these things are crucial, because our network determines our net worth. Let me borrow one of the motivational speeches people. Let me borrow one of their words. Your network is your net worth. The kind of people you mingle with, the things they say to you, the things they do to you, they affect you. How do you know a relationship is bad or good? This one tough. Honestly, sometimes somebody can be good and bad to us at the same time, that we will not even be able to say, is this person good to me or is this person bad to me? Do you get it? Sometimes we may not be able to pinpoint if someone is good to us or someone is bad to us. But if you want to evaluate the impact of a relationship or a friendship on you, you need to look at your achievements, and not achievements in the sense of big things. Look at you, look at your mental health. How was I before I met this person? Was I always happy? How do they make me feel? when I say I don't want something, do they force me? Do they manipulate me to doing those things? Do they say terrible things to me that affect my self-esteem? What do they do when I tell them I am sad and I am unhappy? Do they try to make me feel better about myself, or do they make me feel worse? When I talk about certain goals I want to achieve in life, how do they react to it? What do they say? Do they encourage me to do good things for myself, or do they try to distract me away from doing these things? This is how to evaluate a good or a bad relationship. And some of the effects can be very terrible. See, sometimes a bad relationship can ruin somebody for life. We all feel pain differently, and that is how emotional pain is going to be. But I really do hope that you understand that coping with heartbreaks is possible. You can do it. A lot of people have been there and they've moved past it. Please do not endanger yourself because of the loss of someone or an opportunity. Opportunities will always show up. I know there are certain opportunities that when you lose them, it will be very difficult to get an opportunity like that again. But trust me, when there is life, there is hope. Let's motivate ourselves. So drop one motivational quote in the comment section. Let's use it to hold our body. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice time. Bye.